Hey everyone! Yesterday was my local sneak peek for Blessing of Divas. I couldn't actually record any of the footage because for some reason my tripod didn't want to cooperate with me and the footage I took wasn't very good. So as part of my deck profile I thought I'd do my sneak peek recap. I did get a whole kit and I got 4 entries in total for the sneak peek. So my triple rares were Velvet Voice Reindeer, the Sparkling Her Heart Speaker, Frontier Stock Coral, and 2 Prism Image Vert, Sunshine Vert. Probably happiest with this at the moment because it means I've got time to playtest it and understand how many I'm going to need. Since she is a next stage clone, probably just going to be running 2 since she is discard 3 and Prisms can have trouble with their hands sometimes. For doubles, 2 Brilliant Sunshine LA. The double rare I got least of actually, which was surprising, but I do like her and I do want more, so hopefully I get more of her in my boxes. I was happy I got 3 Anya because she is going to be in quite a few of my decks. I've been playtesting her in my Pacifica deck and it actually works really well, so I'm really happy with 3 of those. I was happy I got 3 of the new Perfect Guard as well. Would have liked 1 more just to probably kickstart my Loris deck or my Lady Harmony deck a bit more, but I was happy I got 3. Speaking of Liddy, again I got 3 of this. Really happy for it. I do like her. Other people don't. She's the Dudley Jessica clone of the Bermuda set. So it's nice to see that we've got that set coming, those kind of cards coming as well into the set. I can expect to probably get more than my fair share of her out of my boxes on Friday. So we'll see how that goes. 3 Vita. Really happy with 3 Vita as well. She's instantly gone into my Loris deck ready for the set. And what I didn't realise is she works on yours and your opponent's turn, so woohoo! And the card I got the playset of, which was Garnet, which again really happy for because I can start playtesting her. I think she's more of a last turn finisher from what I've been seeing. I'm probably going to run Labrador more. Whether I will still be building her as her own Prism deck will be another story, but she is good. And from my kit, no SP, I got the reprint Olivia. I thought this would happen. In a kit, you was guaranteed an SP, a Jira, SGR, Wedding SP, or a reprint. Out of all those possibilities, I got the reprint. The kit that we used for the sneak peek had a GR in it, so which I wasn't able to get. I have pre-ordered a G-Rare anyway, just in case I don't pull enough from my boxes. Last year I pulled 5 of these out of 11 boxes. So to get another one this year was a bit disappointing, but I don't mind getting Olivia, so I'm aiming for a playset of each rarity anyway. But you've probably come here for a Riviere deck profile. This is pre Blessing of Divas, so I'm still playtesting everything. I want to see how I can possibly work it into the Riviere deck if I can put it in there. So, won't go over too much in the effects with the ride chain. You will have seen this in my previous video, which is my retro deck profile. And if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. I used it in the latest draw, one of the latest Draw the Trigger videos, so please go and check that out. But let's get into it. So, Bermuda Triangle Cadet Riviere is the starter. When you ride the grade 1, search the top zone for the 2 or the 3, or if you misride, choose a Forerunner. For heals. I use the Duo Heal because it's the prettier one at the moment, but I'll probably change this to the new one that sits on a macaroon. And I like that one. For Fundy, because she goes into the soul and gives a unit plus 3000 power. You can't go wrong with this. This is currently the older art, but I will probably use the new art because I prefer it. And then we run a crits. Because this is Riviere Legion, you want to be as aggressive as possible. Possibly thinking about using stands, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm enjoying crits too much. Grade 1s, 4 of the grade 1 Riviere. She's an 8k as long as you've got the grade 0 in Soul, and you get to draw a card when you write the grade 2. We use 4 Ellies. The reason I use 4 is because it's what I have most of at the moment. Might possibly use the Harmony one, but for now I use this one mainly because my unflipping PGs are in Pacifica and Loris. 2 Shizukus. When she goes into Harmony, Generation Break 1, check the top 5 for a grade 3. Whether she stays in the deck after this week, I don't know. She currently helps just when you're looking for the Legion or even to Persona Blast. But I do like the new grade 2 version which is coming out, which can fix the grade 3 you have, so I'm possibly going to be using that one. 2 Nina, which is Soul Blast 2, Countercharge 2, because Legion is a high cost to pay. And 2 Apprentice Idol Karens. When she's bounced, Chaos Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, draw a card, because again it's a lot of ditching cards from your hand as well, and you want consistency to be able to get what you need. 4 of the grade 2 Riviere. She's a 10k as long as you have the grade 1 in Soul, and she also lets you draw a card when you ride the grade 3 as long as the grade 1 is in the Soul. So a lot of draw power with Riviere. 2 Rika, when she's bounced, Soul Charge 1 and Unflipper damage. She is only an 8k, but there's cards in here that will help boost her power up a little bit. But she aims to make some costs free. So Olivia can be free using this effect. Speaker can be used for free using this effect. 2 Amelia, just the 2 because we've got Karen as well, which helps draw. So we have 2 ways of drawing, and then we've got Riviere who also draws, and because it's compulsory you don't want to draw too much and deck out. So when she's bounced, Chaos Blast 1, Generation Break 1, draw a card. So you don't need Soul Charge or Soul Blast, which is good. And 3 Speaker, when she's boosted and attacks the Vanguard, Chaos Blast 1, choose a Bermuda unit, bounce to your hand, and then call a unit from your hand with plus 3000 per. So trying to play a bit more aggressively in this deck than I used to do. Carrying on with the grade 3s, 4 grade 3 Rivieres. I wish there was a grade 4. When she's got the grade 2 in Soul, she is an 11k. This does count for when she's in Legion as well, as she's on the Vanguard circle. And then she's Chaos Blast 2. Drop a copy of herself. When the attack hits the Vanguard, you can pay the cost and give 3 units 3000 per. You tend not to use this effect at all, really. I suppose it depends on your damage if you do manage to hit. But if you don't manage to hit, you tend to go for the Legion. So, Legions with Riviere. Chaos Blast 3, ditch 3 cards from your hand. If this card's in Legion, stand your whole Vanguard. So, it's a nice either 21k or 22k Vanguard, depending on if you have the grade 2 in Soul. Moving on to the G Zone, we run 4 Olivia. So actually, as you can see, the reprint versus the G-Rare, because it's got the rare treatment, it just looks like a normal rare from the set, which is unfortunate because she's still 5 per case. Yeah, Olivia, Chaos Blast 1, flip a copy of herself face up in the G Zone. Choose 5 units with different names and bounce them. As long as 3 units are bounced with different names, you can call 2 and she gets a crit. But the 2 has to be in the same column, so she restricts you to only 1 extra attack, but she does help get a lot of bouncing effects off as well. So she's not. She is good for that peer pressure on the Vanguard with the crit. Now you can decide how to run these however you want. I mean, at the moment I use El Prina, which is Soul Blast 1, bounce 2 units. Just in case I want to draw a few extra cards. Maybe I need to unflip a damage, so I can use this to use Rika. Maybe I just want to bounce my Soul Blast 2 unflip 2 as well. So, or just fix my field and put some stuff back into Harmony. Well, at the moment that's just Shizuku, but I'm looking at possibly using Ellie as the grade 2 as well. 2 Omaris, when she's placed, bounce 2 units. Again, does the same thing like Alprina without the Soul Blast, as it's when placed. So Alprina, you can set up the field, do your combos, and then reset it, whereas Omrus you have to do it on the stride. For a bit more on-hit pressure, 3 Somni. When the attack hits the Vanguard, choose a unit, bounce to your hand, and then call a unit from your hand and call it with plus 3000 power. So like a speaker but on hit. But I wish I could replace this with the Harmony card, Stride, which flips a copy of itself, so it gets Generation Break 2 off, even though we don't need it in this deck. But it's better because you get extra power, but because there's not enough Harmony in this, I can't use it yet. And then, at the moment I just run 4G Guardians as Nasha. Because you get the chance to search out the Grade 3 Riviere when you ride Choice, which I forgot actually to mention, when you ride over the Grade 2 you get to search for a Riviere, so because you have to reveal a card with the same level as a unit on the field to make her 20k, that's why I do that. I do want to use the new G Guardian, which I forgot to show. I actually pulled 2 of those as well. I pulled 2 of the new G Guardian, which bounces cards during your opponent's turn, so I could get extra draws off, and it gets you an extra, at least a 10k shield, depending on what you've bounced and called. But she works really well in duos, whereas I find this works well in Riviere and Pacifica as well, because you're always searching out for a Grade 3, so by the time you're on Grade 3 you can always show it to be able to get 20k shield. But I do want to playtest the new one as well. You can use Screw as well. I currently don't know where my other Screw is, and I have another one in my Pale Moon deck. If you saw that deck profile, that's been updated at some point as well, because I got the Bushy Road Springfest promos for that. A massive thank you to the gentleman who was actually get those for me. I really do appreciate it, and they really make the deck more fun. But in terms of Bermudas, this is what I've got at the moment for Riviere. Possibly could add some more Harmony stuff into it, so I could possibly tack in Laris as a Stride, but I think that's where Anya comes in, and Anya's going to be really wanted, because when she goes into Harmony she gives another unit the Harmony effect. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot more changes in the new set, especially with Harmony decks possibly coming back a bit more, because Laris is going to be really good. Her Stride isn't as splashable as you can make it, so Archetype decks aren't going to be seeing Laris put in, unless you're using some Tekken Harmony cards. So maybe you use Anya, maybe you use the new speaker, depends on what you want to do. But for me personally, I'm going to expect to see Prisms to start topping in locals, and with Telford just down the road really, where Bushy Road are holding the English Championships this year. I will be able to make it, which is fantastic. I'm hoping to take Prisms. Not Prisms, just Bermudas in general. If I take Prisms, I'll take them. I want to really work on my Coral deck and use Coral, because I like the new Coral effect. But I've got to see what works out best, but Pacifica's working out better for me at the moment, and she works well with Harmony, so... Anyway guys, that's enough of my baffling. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tune in for, hopefully on Fridays when I put the video up. It's going to be quite long, looking at about two-part special for a Blessing of Divas opening. We're looking at opening 3 boxes on one video, and then in the other one we're playing a game called Pack Roulette, where you put all the packs from every box out on the table and you go for it. So it might be, I might do something fun like use an arrow, but I'm literally just going to go for it. It's going to be hilarious, it's going to be fun. I've written down all the ratios of everything I should be getting, so I know how much I get and approximately how many cards I should be getting. When you write that list down, you notice you may have gone too far with the set. But anyway, I'm happy, and I hope it makes you guys happy joining in. And thank you for sharing your interest in my deck with me today. And I hope you liked my pulls from the Blessing of Divas sneak peek as well. Until Friday, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!